guess my question is, I feel like I've made a lot of progress in the last 18 years at shedding fears. Obviously, I have some more way to go to get to a point where I can walk down a street and give spontaneous healings. But if I don't get to that point in the years I have left, and I come back to another life, will I have to start over again, or will I be able to carry forward this
Let us
work that I've done?
let us go to the relevant part of your question. Let us go to the doubt. And while you have made an enormous level of inroads to your current level of fearlessness, the allowance for even if I don't is okay, but it is also okay for you to have the expectation that you will, you see. And understand this, each time you come back into physical form for the purposes of your own expansion and evolution, you're the one that designs the path. So you, in your non-physical condition, when you are planning your goals here in this physicality, you are forming your own Akashic records. And your Akashic records are much broader than the perspective that you're giving it. Meaning, right now, at this time, when Abraham says, not all of you came forth into this body, you have to understand your entire higher self is not occupying this physical form. You understand? You exist right now, not only in other versions of probable selves, in other realities that you've created from this one life alone. You are simultaneously existing in all of the other lives in those physical bodies that you have occupied. Time runs simultaneously in actuality, which means what you think of as a past life is a life that's occurring right now. Past, present, and future are occurring simultaneously. You then have the ability to access the information that the tools from these other lives, from these other versions of these other probable selves. You can reach in and you can grab these tools, because all of them together is what forms your higher self. And so you have all of these different experiences going on. You don't have to wait to the next life, you see. What you want is the ability to be able to extract the tools that you want from your other experiences so they can serve you here. That's what you want. So instead of accommodating the allowance of what you still don't know, instead ask yourself, what do I need to know to make this expectation happen? I need to know more. If I want to be able to achieve my highest version of myself in this body, what is the more that I need to know? Now, many undervalue the importance of a question in the art of creating, because they don't understand the question itself has an energy resonance, you see. And so instead of pondering if you have to start all over, first let me say very honestly, that answer is up to you, because you are the one that designed this life and every life you've experienced, that you are experiencing. You can, if you wish to, you can start your next life at a certain starting point of awareness. Certainly you can do that. And how do you do that? Well, the same way you did it here. You choose the environment in which you want to be born, you see. And just for a humor's sake, you could be born as next life as an Eckhart Tolle's child. You could. You'll have the leg up, right? So the starting all over again is looked at negatively. And it shouldn't be looked at negatively, because you are at your most delicious condition when you are in physical form. Do you know how much you wanted to get into this body? and come into physical reality, you couldn't wait. The effort that you put into your planning, into your Akashic records, the sticking and the moving and the when you would turn and the opportunities that you would have, and the varying converging lines that you created in case this fell through or that fell through or that didn't work, or if somebody exercised their free will over there. The care that you put into that, you see. The technical answer to your question is you can start wherever you would like, you see, by choosing the environment that you come into. But why? Why would you put any thought, your present point of power, which is right now, into your plan B? Why not shapeshift your plan A? If you think that there's a possibility that your evolution, the speed of your evolution, is not going as quickly, and by the way, you're not the only one. Michelle had the same concern last year when she started to understand things. She wanted to put nitrous, a can of nitrous, in her car, like Fast and Furious. You understand what we are speaking of?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that she could push a button and go boom. Now, what she did not understand is that there is nothing wrong with wanting this. Again, you all came here to want the more. What you want then is the information that will tell you how to put the nitrous in your car. What you want is a mechanic. You understand?
Yes.
Because then if you understand, you could access the mechanic that can tell you how to put the nitrous in your automobile. Mm-hmm. Who's going to show you after the can has been installed, here, this is the button. Push that button and you'll be able to go like this. You would do so, would you not?
Yes.
So then it comes to your question. So instead of using your thoughts in your present point of power, to focus on the ruminations of what would happen if it doesn't work, which is a form of doubt, which is okay, which is why you and I are here. What you want to do is contemplate, because all things are solvable. All things are solvable. If you want to walk on water here in this time-space reality, you can. But if you feel like you're not moving towards that fast enough, that's simply a problem that needs a solution. Well, that's easy because you're a master creator and you're not afraid of the unknown as much as you used to be. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And so then your vibration is open enough to accept the answer to your question. And your question is, I want to move faster towards my goal. I actually want to experience walking on water before I transition out of this body, because then I'll know I will have achieved that level of awareness in my consciousness while I'm still in my delicious body. And so then you have to ask the question of yourself so that your higher self can serve you. Ask the question of all that is, the universe, whatever you're comfortable calling it, and say, what do I need to be able to access the information that will allow me to put the nitrous can? And even if I can't put the nitrous can in myself, where is the person who can tell me how to do it? That's a very different contemplation. Do you see the difference? In the energy of contemplating plan B, and instead of doing that in your present now moment, using the power of your thought to create the solution to your problem. Do you feel the difference in that?
I do.
Yeah, it's a very different thing.
Thank you.
In the asking of the question, there will be a response from the universe. Now, here's the benefit. Here's where you're the beneficiary energetically of having over time reduced your fear. You then become the beneficiary to several options, to several alternatives of solutions, where you can creatively pick the one that appeals to you the most, you see. And that's when it becomes fun. So imagine for a moment, you ask the question, You say, I want to put a nitrous can in my car. I want to accelerate my expansion. I am willing to face the unknown. I am willing to embrace the unknown elements that deliciousness is going to flow to me in. I would like to know how to get the answer and who I can get the answer from. And that it could be delivered to you in a way that you would never have seen coming. But you're going to know when the first one arrives. You're going to say, this is the answer to my question. Now you're going to want to understand why. And then what you're going to want is to ask another question. How can I understand how this is going to serve my goals? Yes? So if an opportunity approaches you, if a human being approaches you with an opportunity to expand, what you want to do is to be able to understand the process cognitively. Because what have I said? First, it has to happen neuronally. And it has to happen that way so that your brain can prepare to create the energy of those thoughts, which is going to prepare your body to vibrate at the next level of comprehension. Remember, you're not far away from what you want to achieve. What you need to do is what most people don't do because they're lazy and they get busy and they want to, cut the grass or whatever. What you want to do is make time every day to continue to ask the questions, not from a place of lack, but because you can't wait to get there. Do you see how Abraham calls that the eagerness for more? That's the energy of that, the excitement of that. I know it's going to be delicious. I know it's going to be great. Yes?
Yes.
That's the place where you want to ask those questions. And I can assure you, you will get answers very, very quickly. And it's going to delight you. You're just going to start to see other things that you didn't even ask for, flowing to you. You say, well, I didn't even ask for that. That's lovely. I love getting that. Oh, that came too. That's nice. Very much. And then is going to come the way, let's say a way for you to put nitrous in your car. And that is when you're going to get challenged. That's when the next level of you is going to be challenged, because it's going to trigger some things that are still left in your vibration. And it will take your fearless self that you have become to consciously make a decision to push those discomforts away and bravely, courageously move forward into the opportunity that all that is has given you. And allow yourself to experience that. I promise you that if you can overcome the fear that it will trigger, and it will. But if the faster you can overcome it, the faster you can get to enjoying it, which is the ascension of yourself. Let us say that from where we sit in non-physical, understand this, with respect to the energy of confidence. Abraham has commented on the quality of being full of yourself, and that being a desirable quality. And I would like to affirm that this is so true. When you are full of yourself in that confident way, it has been called sassy. And we enjoy you much more in that you operating in that condition than in the condition of fear and doubt. You are a joy to experience and to watch as you strut around this reality that you have created. I say that because there are those of you who have belief structures and have been taught that the demonstration of those qualities is negative. And understand that you were taught those things because the people who taught you, who wanted to share their perspective on that quality, were people who were very limited in their thinking themselves, you see. Understand that you are having the most fun when you are strutting through this life, when you're smiling and having fun when probably no one else is. And, and so that's very important for you to understand, because it challenges some of your belief structures. Non-physical absolutely loves you in that condition. And why? Because it's harmonious with your natural state of grace. It is harmonious with you, with the energy that is flowing to you and through you at all times. It is fearless, you see. And so I would encourage each of you to understand, the more you strut, the more wonderful it is. And I know for some of you that just does not resonate with you right now. So I want to share that with you, because in truth, it's more fun to do that than to cower. At any time, at any moment in your life, I promise you, the unapologetic strutting is fabulous. You will enjoy it.